Good morning from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's 10:01 a.m. on the 12th of February 2024. Suddenly got very hot here. Let me just open the windows. Right, back in the room, my darlings. Back in the room. Charlie's frantically eating a chippy I gave her, making a hell of a mess. So you'll hear little squeals of delight because she loves chips, but I can't give her too many. It's just a little treat for her. Had a beautiful day yesterday with my friend Jared. We went to Victoria Point and walked around all the little inlets and beaches, and I took lots of photos of beautiful flowers and the scenery, and because we walked through a neighbourhood to get to another beach. So on the way I took photos of frangipanis, and it was just gorgeous. I was so happy to be with my friend. I haven't seen him since Boxing Day, and I'm kind of miss seeing him. But I think I get a bit on his nerves now. We've both got old, and I'm a bit kind of annoying after a while. He got quite tired. I could see him sort of fading out in front of me, and I was fading out too. But we had a lovely day together, and particularly was thrilled to go to the beach. And I didn't bring my togs because I hadn't planned it properly. It was just a spur of the moment thing. But I said to Jared, you can drive my car and we'll go somewhere nice. So he took me to the beach because he knows I love the ocean. And we collected some shells and some little stones because I'm looking for a hag rock to hang over my bed for protection. So he found a little tiny pebble with a bit of a hole in it. But the stones we collected turned out to be red ochre, so I might powder them up and use them for staining some wood or something like that. But anyway, Jared found a little stone with a hole in it just for me, because we're magical people and we like to have our little magical, mystical, cute little things. You ate all that chippy, Charlie. You want some more? All right, a little bit more. So yes, I found some cockatoo feathers. I think I showed them to you last evening in a previous video. But anyway, so I'm awake, I'm happening, I'm far out. I was up about 4 times last night, which isn't too bad a night. It was getting on average 2 hours sleep in between. So that's a slight improvement given how bad I was earlier in the week. Bejesus, or last week rather. Today is Monday. Anyway, it's grey and overcast, and I think rain's on its way. So blah, blah. And it's 28 degrees, so it's actually quite hot. So again, blah. But anyway, I don't have any more things to report between yesterday and today, except that I had a lovely Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And now we're back to ordinary reality of the Tanya, which is use up my days as interestingly as I can. I have an urge to make jewellery, but I need to buy more silver. But I've got some silver scraps, so I might cast a ring or do something like that. I'm not sure if I'll do it today though, because I'm actually a bit tired today. All right. Time to get busy, people. Co-create with the gods. Isn't that right, Charlie? Yes, Mama T. So, memories of 12th of February 2024. The lead up to Valentine's Day brings sexual overtures of the unexpected kind. The love energy is high. So these titles, by the way, are not recent titles. They're from either last year or the year before. So I can't update them unless I completely start a whole new page for each journal entry, and that's just too much hassle. So I just leave it as it is and go with the flow, babies. Go with the flow. Yes, my love. You is a beautiful bird. Here I post a photo of someone creating a love heart shape with their hands. My dwarf friend Nebor used to do that to me. Do this, and I didn't know what he was doing at first. I was like, what? And then I went, oh, it's a love heart. It was kind of sweet, but he also got a bit too sleazy at times, so I didn't like that. You see, men don't know that it's a fine line between being romantic and being fucking creepy, and it can put a woman completely off. And once you've put her off, she's put off for life usually. Charlie's on my keyboard, which means she's messing with my computer screen. Get off the keyboard, Charlie. I need that protected so I don't go crazy like I did the other day when you were pushing it down and I was trying to push it back up, and yeah, she's knocked us off. She's knocked us off the page. Thanks, Charlie. Now I have to get back in again. Oh, but Jesus. Hopefully it comes up. No. Oh, you really have knocked us off our perch. Just when I was getting started, Charlie. Well, she doesn't know, does she? She doesn't understand about keyboards and stuff. It's hard because they're all over the shot, so I have to try and remember what page it was on. I think it was page 34. Let's see. Yes, that's looking promising. Yes. All right. Don't mess with my computer. Don't mess with the missionary man. Don't mess with the mama. Don't mess with anything, Charlie. Just be a birdie. Just be a birdie and do what you do best, which, yes, shitting little thing. Why do I love you, Charlie? You're actually kind of creepy too. Well, not really. She's just a poopykins, aren't you? So it starts on 12th of February 2021, which is a bit astonishing. You'd think I would have had something to say in the last 3 years on this date, but I probably have posted something and it's been censored or some evil shit like that. I don't like being censored. Anyway, so it starts on 12th of February 2021. I had a lovely afternoon, a debrief with my psych, then a lovely visit from Margot and her darling little girls. We were all excited to see each other. Even Beauregard behaved nicely, except for one growl over his ball. Then we walked the girls home, and I completed my walk around the hood with my bow. We stopped to chat to Pete and little Coco, which was also lovely. Funny story from earlier today. So I felt like dressing up today. I wore a pale blue lace top, my ancient, remade by Crystal, embroidered Mexican skirt. I have had the embroidered component since I was 16 years old, so it's almost 40 years old. I wore my pale pink mules, full makeup, even a bit of blue glitter for whimsy to match my blue top. I beaded my braid with my favourite silver European beads. I wore my necklaces, the Egyptian one and the long charm one with my witchy charms. Also my wolf talk, which I rarely take off my left wrist. And on my right wrist, my silver bangle, which George from the casino gave me several years ago, and which I also rarely take off. I wore my 2 amber bead I lost those too. I have to buy some more. I wore my 2 amber bead anklets on my left ankle, and the new silver anklet I made out of the silver chain I bought in the second-hand shop on 25th of January, which I finally made up last night. I wore my lapis lazuli, I still say it the German way because of my mother. So she used to pronounce it lapis lazuli, but in English it's actually lapis lazuli. I wonder which is correct pronunciation. Anyway, so that's why I stumbled there. I wore my lapis lazuli Merkaba earrings, since I am, after all, an English speaker. No rings, as my hands felt swollen. I arrive at the gym near where my psych works. I climb out of my car, get Bobo out of the back seat. He hates riding in the front seat. We walk quite briskly towards our destination. It's very, very hot, and we are 20 minutes early. Bo, the deer, stops to have a slash on one of the bushes along the path, but all good. I've got time. Some older man, early 60s, is walking towards us as we resume walking. He's all sweaty from his workout and has a tongue, pretty much that's accurate too, has a towel slung around his neck. He stops and looks at us and yells out, "That's the best thing I have seen today." I grin inanely. He quickly recovers himself. I mean, the dog. You taking your dog to a gym. That's just wild. I keep walking and shrug my way past. I sardonically reply, as if I would be caught dead going to a gym, half laughing, half serious. He replies, "You're all good, love. No worries there." Ha ha ha. I had to laugh. Men are such visual creatures. Glad he liked my dog though. 1:11 p.m, second day in a row. Hallelujah, babies. So yeah, kind of weird. That was a weird encounter. And I find men dripping in sweat completely fucking unappetizing. So he had no show in a dog show completely. Anyway, poor lad. I suppose it was sweet that he thought I looked attractive since I was dolled up to the nines. I could have been nicer, but it was just so weird and inappropriate, if you know what I mean. 12th of February 2020. Haha, the love energy is high and it's not even Valentine's Day yet. I went down to Woolies to get money out for the lawnmower man and a few groceries. I had a long and weird chat with the checkout woman about, of all things, cat litter. Ho-hum. Then went to buy a coffee from Amanda. Some gorgeous man who was extremely sexually focused, rolls eyes, Jesus, sidled up beside me to order his coffee and commented on my big, fat, red lipstick marks pursed around the lip of my coffee cup. I replied, "Yes, I was just thinking that it looks rather rude. Gave him my classic quirky, I don't give a fuck grin. He turns his attention to Amanda, who is happily married and a lovely woman. Tells her he likes redheads, he likes his coffee hot. I interrupt. He's running hot, very, very hot. He really was, babies. Oh dear God. Probably speeding off his dial, if the truth be known. Amanda tells him he is handsome, but she is married and not interested in every good-looking man that comes her way. I just grin impishly. She noticed he had an accent, so I asked him where he is from. South Africa, Pretoria. I tell him I have been to Cape Town and Durban twice on a cruise in 1973. I loved South Africa, but as a child could not figure out why I was not allowed in the black shops. Bloody apartheid. He agreed, said he grew up in that. Nice fellow, but horny. Oh well, it happens, people. It does happen from time to time. So then my lawnmower man rings. I tell him the grass is extremely rained on and boggy, carefully avoiding the wet word. He says he will try for Friday. I tell him the love energy is running high and that I have already been flirted with by random men. He tells me he has noticed that too this week. Randomly invites me to the pub. Inappropriate. I said, that's a good offer, but nah, you have a bad habit of playing mind games with me, like the teasing about Fleetwood Mac and Woodford Folk Festival, you cunt. He laughs, says he will have to get a shag. I said, you need a woman that will actually like you after sex. He laughs, says they like him if he fucks them right. I said, yeah, you should try actually, dating them and following through. Projection on my part, as no man has actually dated me in 35 years, laughing my ass off. We both laugh insanely at each other. I like that about him. He has a good sense of humour, but gets a little too frisky, as is completely normal, I suppose. It got too much in the end. I had to fire him. He really, after 4 or 5 years, he got too much. I was getting homicidal in the end. It was beyond belief. He had one thing to do, that was to mow the grass and fuck off and come back 2 weeks later and mow the grass again. I didn't need all that other pressure. I really didn't. I told him we have a good working relationship and I aim to keep it that way. I find all the sexual attention a bit too creepy, but I have to laugh. The energy is running high. Even Amanda asked me what I had done to the man at her coffee shop. I said, me? Nothing. I was bemoaning the fact that my mojo was all wrong last Friday night as I was cavorting wildly with my beautiful gay men friends. So the universe is paying me back with intense attentions from straight men, which does not actually make me feel all that comfortable. The universe is a trickster, from the sublime to the ridiculous, one extreme to the other. Later I wrote, well, that was awkward, At least I was truthful and authentic. Yay me. Fuck. Apparently I measured as a success by my shoes, which cost $4 in an op shop, laughing my ass off. Really, what can I as a woman expect? Invalidation for my complex PTSD plus, which somehow, astonishingly, I wear with great pride because I'm a survivor, people, of so many fucking things. I have thought about it. I am a raging success, and I spelt it SUCKSESS. Success. Sucking in those cesspools of life. But I succeeded at even that. I'd bejesus. Not literally, you understand, she says, wiping her mouth. Wiping tea off my mouth, not what you're thinking of. Boys. It's all depraved, isn't it? The whole thing is just depravity. Happy fucking Valentine's Day. Coming up. 2 days' time. Means nothing to me, people. I romance myself every day, like romancing the stone. Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt, bitterness and tears after years of abuse, has to romance herself, babies. Might be too late to flesh me out into full effervescing romantic love and passion again. I might just be a pillar of salt. I survived my life without becoming a full-blown drug addict, although I was dependent on psych meds for 15 years, and that shit is no fucking fun. I shuffled like a zombie for years, had Parkinsonian-type palsies, and drawled. Really did, people. It was ghastly. But I dragged myself back from that systemic abuse. The bitch is back. Yes, I am. Trying very hard not to actually become a pillar of salt, you understand. I've still got vibrancy and passion molliating inside of me. I could do something with that one day, if it's not too late. I courageously care about my truth and human decency and value. In spite of being raised by sexual predators, I speak my truth, even though it makes me a pariah. And in spite of everything and every abuser, I like myself. That too is success. Also, decades of therapy and surrounding myself with people who genuinely like me back helps you like yourself. If you're surrounded by assholes, it's hard to stay alive, let alone even love yourself enough to get through each day. When you're constantly told you're ugly and useless and worthless and never going to amount to anything and you're a piece of shit. Oh, my parents did a number on me. And my husband, and the lovers that came after. They actually tried to finish the job, but failed at that too. So I really am a success at surviving, but it wasn't me that helped me survive, was it? Let us not forget, I had supernatural intervention many, many times. Someone up there wants me on this planet, alive, thriving, with my true love by my side. By the way, it's just someone doesn't live in human time frames and has made me wait frickin' 59 fucking years. Well, what can you do with that? Someone knows best, creator of all that is, was and ever shall be. Someone's waiting for the right man to light up for me, and making sure that I'm not in an awful, toxic, dangerous, life-threatening relationship ever again. Someone knows what I most need in life. A safe haven and a loving partner who's safe. By the gods. By all the gods. Going to sleep the sleep of the reclaimed woman now, safe in my own bed, in my government home provided for me after decades of abuse, safe as much as I can be in a world going mad and on the brink of its own destruction, listening to the rain, proud and free, no matter what life threw at me. Shit happens, and it kept happening for decades, and that's why I'm lathered with fury some days. Council or government surveyors have been on my corner for 2 days. They were measuring my fence line when I got home. I told them the fence line was shifted by 1/2 metre by the lazy contractors, so Housing Commission gained that much extra land. I shouldn't have told them that, because if I ever bought this house, say for example I won lotto, I would have had extra land and they would have been none the wiser. But you see, integrity is everything. And I could see the man scratching his head and struggling to get the right calculations, because he knew something was wrong, but he couldn't figure out how it had gone so wrong. So I did a kindness and let him know, so he wouldn't fail in his job, right? The man said, thanks for telling him, as he was wondering why his figures were all out. Had him confused. I hope they are not going to sell my property out from under me. Constant paranoia given how valuable my block of land is. All I can do is sit tight and hope I'm left alone in my lovely rental home and garden. February 12th, 2019. Yay! Lynn, Peter and Danny helped me get Mum's old couch and the wardrobes etc. out onto the curb. It feels good to get rid of all that old energy. On their way out, the missing plug from the pond turned up near the fence line under the frangipani tree, so I can fill up Bobo's little swimming pool. A happy day, clearing out old energy and allowing room in my house for new, positive chi. Ha ha, watching the scavengers. Someone looks like they are taking Mum's couch. Good. Glad someone can put it to good use. No. The woman was struggling with one seat on her car roof and had one kid holding it. Champion. I brought out some rope so it could be tied on safer. So it's going to a teenage boy for his computer room. I warned her it's a comfortable old couch and he will likely avoid her by sleeping on it all the time, like I did when I visited my mother. February 12th, 2018, 4:21 a.m. It was lovely sleeping without the fan, having fresh, cool air after last night's storm gently blow over me. But Bobo just woke me up, chasing Penny and needing to spend one also. I've long ago forgotten what it means to have an uninterrupted sleep. Fortunately, I can usually fall back asleep again easily. Few more hours shut-eye as I am meeting Jared at Coochie Mudlow later this morning. Hopefully my leg holds out. Boker Tov, good morning. 12th of February 2017. Ow! Baking bread in my bread machine as I ran out of bread and am one hungry mama. It smells delicious. 12th of February 2016, 5:50 a.m. I can't sleep, been in bed since 1 a.m. I awoke at 5 a.m. Time to take my Seroquel and knock myself out. Good morning, good night. 12th of February 2014. Good news! My beautiful daughter is eligible for a cheap car loan for her clown play business, so she will be buying a car in the next 6 weeks or so. Then we are going on another road trip to Grafton, New South Wales to the rabbit rescue farm to purchase a female D6 rabbit for a friend, for Ramon, who gets very lonely while Crystal is at work. So I will be a grandmother to another cute bundle of joy. Oh, mutters, nice, nice, but when, oh when, will she ever beget the human child? Jewish mother angst. When she finds a decent progenitor to breed with, I guess. Patience, mother. At any rate, who needs a man or a baby when we can have cats, dogs, and rabbitses? Oh my, happy dance. And I did adore my rabbit grandkids. I used to call them the grandkits. Oh, I miss them. I miss them terribly. I miss all my babies. Don't I, Charlie? She says, you don't give a fuck about me, Mama. I'm sitting on you just completely ignoring me, talking to a screen. And I have no meaning in your life, and I have existential angst, so I'm going to shit on you right now. All right. Keep it real, Charlie. Keep it real. Gail and Christina brought over the silver ticket to see the Sons of Anarchy actors on 28th of March. So excited. I'll get to watch Tig, Juice and Bobby interact with the gold ticket members, i.e. Gail. Ha ha. Will be funny watching her face. I wish Jack's Charlie Hannan, not sure how to pronounce his name, was coming. I'd just die of lust laughing my ass off. It's very few men can make me feel the lust quotient. Very, very few, just saying. So, they have to have a certain something, and I can't explain what that certain something is. Usually it's mainly just having a kind face and being kind to me. But of course I never met Charlie Hannan in real life, it was just a character, but I don't know, he just has confidence and that certain swagger, and yeah, those eyes, beautiful eyes, can do it for me, baby. But anyway, we must stop while we're ahead, or I'll get all Twitter-pated with nowhere to go and no one to go with. And I'll have to calm my farm. And I'll have to talk myself down, and I'll have to behave. And go back to Crondom and remember that I'm a little old lady. But you know what's wonderful about being a little old lady? Is the passion never dies, people. The passion never truly dies. My crazy fucked up mother, who was, let's face it, a sex goddess, got married again at 73. But I'm not like her. I can restrain myself. I can switch it on and switch it off after decades of abuse. But my mother couldn't. She was a hornbag, my mother. She really was. Never mind. The very first thing I will do if I ever get enough money is I'm going to buy another Pomeranian puppy. This German Jewish New Zealander woman misses that little fluffball German dog so much. I realise a new little Pom will not even come close to having Miss Bella Rosa's personality, but I'm sure she or he will be just as affectionate and beautiful. And I did indeed buy a little pedigree Pomeranian puppy who I named Alcide in 2015, just before I got Beauregard. But it ended up being Solomon's baby and basically stolen from me. I think that dog was doped. I handed it back, but it was awful. The lies she said about me and the viciousness. She was a foul woman, and I hope to this day she rots in hell because she put me through all that stress and horror when I was still in recovery only 1 month after my suicide attempt. Dreadful, awful, vicious woman she was. But they exist out there, fucking demons in human form. And for some awful reason, I seem to attract them, but thankfully that was the last monster, for quite some time, thankfully. It was so ghastly what I was put through. But anyway, Jared insisted we go out, and we bought little Beauregard, and he wasn't a pedigree, and he was a scrappy little dog with his own little trauma issues. And we were a perfect pair, him and I. Weren't we, Charlie? Charlie came along in 2017, and we were a happy little family. Yes, we were, with the cats, the pussy cats, and Bobo. Can you say Bobo? You said it the other day. Anyway, now it's just her and I feel sad still, but Charlie and I are doing okay, aren't we, Charlie girl? 12th of February 2013, 4:53 a.m, not sleeping. Got off Power Talk with the intention of sleeping, but had a shower instead. Now alert and contemplating the sudden insomnia. Lol. Maybe I will bore myself to sleep. Just heard the frenetic flapping of a bat's wings. Even the bats are smart enough to call it a night with the impending dawn. Crows are starting to caw while I remain unable to snore. Guess I slept enough of my life away. I'm trying to be patient and ride out this transition of the rebirthing of the Tanya. I just want to have more fun. More fun. Did I mention fun? Ha! Raspy, exhausted exhalation. This little psychedelic dreamer, I've just seen a car pull up. Don't think it's for me, but you never know. It's a Brisbane City Council. This little psychedelic dreamer is going to attempt to visit the astral. Got important work to do. Lol. Don't know what he's doing. He's got a handful of what looks like little leaflets or something. It's a bit odd. It's 1:41 a.m. My iPhone case is warped. This is a harrowing discovery in the wee hours of the morning. I suspect I shall survive having a warped iPhone to go with my newly declaimed warped mind, but schmeh, must have gotten it wet. iPhone, that is. Lol. I hope he doesn't come and interrupt me in the middle of my video. That would be annoying. Although my mind would like some neuronal discombobulation of the Jack Daniels variety right now, being too poor to drink is rather, well, soberingly disturbing and disappointing. I don't actually drink that much, people. I don't know why I rave on like that. You know, I don't have a drinking problem. Thankfully, I don't, and that's miraculous given my childhood. I should be a raging alcoholic and a heroin addict and crawling around in the gutters of life. This is how you know I'm a success coming from the life I had. I could be a greater success too, but I couldn't pull it together. I was too unwell. But I could have also ended up worse. So that's why I was so supportive of my friend's daughter, who did end up on heroin after a kidnapping and horrific child sexual abuse. It's perfectly okay, completely understandable that some of us, our minds completely snap and we end up going down dark death rooms of hell for sometimes decades, until eventually we either die or someone pulls us up by our bootstraps. But I was very fortunate that that was not my fate. Very, very fortunate. Also very determined for that to not be my fate. 12th of February 2012. I got sopping wet in the lovely refreshing storm after getting off the bus back from Carindale. Then I discovered my modem and home phone are kaput. Also, my mobile has no sound unless I use speaker. Grr. Technician coming tomorrow, so hopefully all will be fixed soon. Hey, ch. No biting. No. 12th of February 2011. No, Charlie. Charlie, you're being naughty. Are you being naughty? Funny. You'll go back in your cage. You'll go back in your cage. Think about it. There are consequences of your actions, Charlie. I think we're going to get a storm blowing through. It's gone all black over there, and over here it's all sunny and blue skies. Isn't that weird? My bird's getting all aggressive and weird, probably because of the storm coming too. Hey, ch. Enough. 12th of February 2011. Funny. No. Funny sort of day. Got up late, spent a few hours visiting Jared and his new beautiful red fighter fish. I want one. Then came down with sudden exhaustion, so went home and back to bed for another 2.5 hours. Still feel pretty low. Dishes and bathtub. So I think I will try to get them done tonight. Feel unconsolably blah, which is a horrible way to feel. But anyway, thus concludes the readings of Even Date. Oh, Charlie. So, yeah, nothing really terribly exciting today. Just wishing I was more of a success, and all the ramping up for Valentine's Day sleazoids feeling their oats and fancying their chances. So you get that. That was kind of funny though. You kind of had to laugh about that. And yeah, have a beautiful day in the space-time continuum, wherever you are on planet Earth. Stay true, stay beautiful, stay happy. Don't have the unconsolably blahs, because they too will pass. And roses are red and violets are blue, and love is the law and Mama T loves you. Something like that. Oh dear God, that was really lame. I know. It was like a dad joke gone wrong, wasn't it? But I'm serious. Mama T is in love with planet Earth, and she wants all humans to have the best possible lives they can under the circumstances we now find ourselves living through and with and by and for. And be kind to each other, but never cede, never quit, never yield. Hold your line. Hold on to what's real and precious and sacred in your own sacred space gardens. And yeah, enjoy every moment of every day. Bye for now.